Okay, now let me see here. Let's get this stuff set up. Okay. Well, what started this all going today? I need to stay off of social media because going through my Twitter feed, I saw a comment that really kind of just set me off. And to avoid the hold my beer moment, I just decided to do a stream instead. So basically, what set me off was this comment to a tweet somewhere that said, "It may have pulverized my insides. What I'm really thinking is, I'm glad this isn't an assault weapon, so it's fine." Yeah, that's what people are thinking. This is a reference to whether the AR stands for assault rifle or armor light 15 and all these semantics because, I'm sure that girl that years ago that got strangled with the belt and got a claw hammer put through her head thought, I'm just glad he didn't shoot me with an AR-15 because to kill me with the claw hammer is much, much, much nicer. Or the fact that my uncle back in the 70s, who was the on duty cop, let's see, where is that? I'll pull that up there. His story was full. No, that's not it. Shit. All right. Anyways, here we go. On August 23, 1975, 11:45 at night, he stopped to assist what he believed was stranded motorist, parked at the edge of Highway 116, out in a really remote area of Sonoma County, Northern California. The criminal, a wanted parolee who had served time in state prison for child molestation, had pulled to the side of the road to molest two 15-year-old hitchhikers that he and two male companions had picked up earlier. After making contact with this dirtbag and obtaining his driver's license, my uncle started to walk back to his patrol car, checking for warrants. Still unaware of what had been transpiring, the dirtbag vowed never to return to prison, knowing he was a wanted felon, and fearing that he would be returned to prison. He told one of his companions to hand him the Walter PPK semi-automatic pistols in the glove compartment. Because first thing he thought of was, wow, it's against the law for me to have a pistol because I'm a wanted felon. So I better not use this. And oh yeah, so it's a law to kill somebody, let alone a cop. Well, I shouldn't do this. Yeah, I don't think those thoughts entered his mind. Well, needless to say, my uncle was killed. Well, they caught the guy and they convicted him, and he finally died in prison years and years later. But what they should have needed was stronger gun laws back in 1975. Of course, there was no marching back then. Hell, the way I see it, I could have had a Twitter check by my feed because I could have been a Twitter victim, an assault victim, an expert on gun laws back then. Because hey, I was 11 years old when that happened when I found out my uncle was killed. Just think, you know, this stuff is getting crazy. Too many people are getting too worked up over this stuff, and they're treating the symptom. The problem is you may treat that one symptom, but the disease is still there. If you don't fix the disease, it's not gonna matter. All of us, because a new symptom is gonna come up, and you'll be chasing that one down. I heard in the March for Life, I guess it was, whatever that march was all about, was for, it's all political anyways, is the fact that, well, what all the shooters had in common was the assault rifle. What else did they have in common? They all had fingers. Hey, if we cut everybody's trigger finger off, they can't pull the trigger. Hey, there we go. We solved the problem. Just cut off everybody's hands. Shit, they can't pick up a gun. Hey, you can't stab anybody either. Hell, no, nobody killed anybody then. The disease is people that want to kill are going to do it. Oh, you had that wife that killed her husband and her daughter. Putting the antifreeze in their Cokes. I mean, really. I'm sure, but hey, I'm sure she saw the label on the back of the antifreeze say it's illegal to use this product in the terms and the ways it was described for. Hey, I see a familiar face down there. Hello, hello. Well, I see Gwen's avatar. Let's see if she pops in here. So, anyways, it's all... There we go.
Can you hear me now?
I hear you now. This is a Verizon commercial, people. Verizon, give me my paycheck. I can hear her now. You didn't miss much. I was just kind of going on the pre-setup of what kind of got me started with all this ranting bit. I saw a tweet that basically said that, hey, I don't care if it pulverized my inside. I'm just glad that it wasn't an assault rifle that killed me or shot me and stuff. I was like, I'm sure that girl that years ago got strangled with a belt, got a claw hammer put through her head. That was the guy that complained of the death penalty. He might feel some pain with his lethal injection. That case, you probably remember that one not too long ago.
Vaguely.
In California, they postponed the death penalty because he might feel some pain when he's getting executed. Because that claw hammer through the head probably felt real nice, I mean, it's like, and she was probably thinking, "Gee, I'm glad it wasn't an AR-15 he killed me with, because that would have been so scary." Just this whole idea that this the problem I'm seeing that nobody's really addressing is everybody's attacking the symptom and not trying to cure the disease. I mean, you got the kid running around back there.
I do.
But kids are fun. I like kids. So that's not a bad thing. That's a good thing. It's like that. Speaking of kids, that one wife I was watching one of these documentary shows where she murdered her husband by putting antifreeze in his Coke.
Wow.
And then she killed her daughter the same way.
No.
And it wasn't until the daughter died in the similar circumstance the husband that someone started putting two and two together. She would have got away with it if she was off the old man, but she went for the daughter too, and they found out and they did an investigation. There wasn't a gun. It was like the death. You know what though? I gotta thank Planned Parenthood, because they're saving all these kids from being shot in schools. They don't make it out of the womb, but hey, they won't be shot in school. There you go.
Wow.
Win for them. No, I mean, it's the whole thing that, like, I watched the part of this anti-march thing, and what they had in common was, they had a gun in common. They also had fingers in common. They also had a lot of things in common. They also had the desire to kill people. That was
Apparently.
kind of the driving force. It's like I've asked before. Does holding the weapon give you the desire to kill, or does the desire to kill make you get the weapon? Regardless of the weapon, whether it's a car, whether it's a Ryder truck full of fertilizer and diesel fuel. I mean, we're gonna still keep trying to chase down all the symptoms, or we're gonna try to cure the disease that's causing all this stuff.
Well, I've always tended to believe the latter.
No, but see, from what I'm seeing online, though, everybody, they got the two camps, so now it's all, and they'll try to shut you down either way. And I saw the one though. It was funny though. They had a clear backpack and then an opaque backpack. One was marked backpack and then assault backpack. because nobody needs an opaque backpack. I laughed at that one. That was funny. Well, guys, that's what he's complaining about for. Now he was the one who's his freedom of speech rights infringed, have to bring a clear backpack to the school. Well, you don't, really, you don't have a freedom of speech in the public schools. It's kind of you're in a learning environment. That freedom of speech stuff there is really limited in that setting, I think. Because you start saying whatever you want, the teacher's got no control. You're in a controlled environment there. So I'm not the courts. I should run the world and everything behind. If I ran the world, we'd all be a happy hive.
Baby steps.
I'll just be buzzing along, taking the world one hive at a time, man. So I got the link out to a few other people too, so if they pop in or whoever else wants to jump in, I don't care. Make it a big party, man. It's I think everybody's kind of shell shocked with this issue anyway, so it's kind of one of those things that people shine away because they don't want to. Like I said in the description, I want to address the ideas, not the people who say them, because then you start getting in a pissing contest on Twitter and I said this, but I said this, and that's the other problem with text. You don't get the tone of what's being said or how it's being said. So
right.
Like I say, I don't want to start a little Twitter war. I mean, sure, it'd be great for views and get my channel some exposure. I mean, hell, that'd be great. I'd rather do it the other way. Just being obnoxious, and irritating people, and popping into their streams and bugging them because I'm a bug. Or someone called me Bug Boy. That's Mr. B to you.
Yeah, I was gonna say Antoine calls you Bug Boy an awful lot.
Yeah, I told him one time that's Mr. B to you. I'm part of the B team. A team's old news, man. B team's where it's at.
Gotta bring in the backup.
I'm telling you, man. So that's kind of what I was, but I saw an idea the other day, and at first I laughed at it, and I thought it was fucking stupid. Putting the rocks in the classroom for the kids to throw at the gunman coming in. A bowl of rocks for the kids, if someone comes in, that's assaulting them, whatever, they throw rocks at him.
That's not gonna work.
No, but you know what though? It's brilliant though. Thinking about it.
Why?
Why? I was waiting for you to ask that. What is it teaching the kids to do? To fight back. What's been the precedent before then? Run and hide. Run and hide. Run and hide. Hope he doesn't find us. We're teaching them to be victims. They're all going to be victims. Like, ask my girls. They'll tell you what happens when somebody tries to kidnap them. They go in first soft spot they can find. And, it's like, but they know to fight. Instead of run and scream, yeah, they'll run and scream too, but at the same time, they're going to try to inflict some damage.
Yeah.
But they're going to fight the attackers. They just, I give up. Don't hurt me. Don't hurt me.
Better to have the fight than the flight response.
Yeah, I mean, it all depends. But if all you built in is flight and no fight, well then when it comes time, you're toast. It's like my wife's cousin was telling her, my kid afraid to go to school. I said, he's only going to be afraid to just go to school if you make him that way. Kids learn to be victims. It's like kids learn to speak Spanish or speak French or do whatever. They learn what they're taught. And if you teach them, I'm not saying go out and be crazy, but if you teach them to be afraid of everything, that's what you're going to get. The Marine Corps, they get you in there and they break you down and build you back up. And they train you to go after the stuff. Like what's their commercial? Go to the sound of chaos. Everybody runs from chaos. Marines run to it. It's that way. They train you. Look, you got to go out there. This is a job you got to do, and if you do it well, the other guy doesn't go home. You do. So it's life. I mean, I'd love to have, like I was telling the wife today, I would love to see the world is just full of rainbows, unicorns, and butterflies, and you just got what you wanted because you wanted it, and didn't have to worry, didn't have to work. You just go up and do what you wanted to do all day. I'd be down the river and fishing all day. Of course, the fish wouldn't like when they bit my hook and I ate them, but I mean, that'd be the only drawback. But no, but I'd love to do nothing all day. Just go out and play around and do what I do, make some of my props, whatever, and and just don't have to worry about bills and all that good stuff or violence or somebody trying to, kick my
You mean
butt.
actually enjoy life?
Yeah, kick my butt because I'm telling them to get off the property at work because I'm the only one there. I got no backup, and Metro will be a 3-minute response away. So I got to gauge how I approach a situation. I have to learn these things. I'm a guy. Oh, what's this white male? Oh my God, where's my white privilege? I just bust up my white privilege card. Oh, back. Yeah, I got the white privilege card. Don't mess with me. I'm privileged. You can't do this. It don't happen. I gotta be just as wary of my surroundings as anybody else walking anywhere in the mall or wherever. But they make it sound like only certain people have to worry, or it's life. Life is was it from the Boy Meets World? What was the phrase? Life's hard. Wear a helmet. He hit him in the head. No, it's and then you got the Count Dankula situation where they're now arresting you for the thought police. I mean, not George Orwell, but no, it's coming around. I was like, I just for that out of context, they said the context didn't matter. I mean, there's been videos on end about the stuff. I'm not going to rehash all that, but the whole point is, I got offended. You can't offend me. What's that one comedian? God, what was his name? He's Australian too. I'm offended. Well, so you're offended. So what? Get over it. Nothing happens. You're offended. So what? Well, I'm offended that they're offended. So what do I get out of the deal? It's like, I mean, what are you stopping this stuff? But anyways, I mean, it's just, what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Really, I just kind of, I want to come on here and rant for a bit and go over. I think that rock idea. I mean, I don't think that they realized the brilliance of it when they first proposed it. I think they're trying to solve this problem, but at the same time, it's true. You're teaching the kids to fight back. You're not teaching them just to roll over and die or run and hide and be scared of every shadow that came by. I mean, there are sometimes you need to be scared in situations, I mean, not to be stupid, but at the same time, the run and hide thing all the time. It's, not always the best option.
It's true.
Like what if you got nowhere to run and hide? Hey, you got to kind of know what are you going to do? Oh, wait, time out. I got to hide first. We got to play hide and seek. And that ain't going to happen. But they want more strongly worded laws. So, okay, you knock yourselves out, people. And while they're doing that, they should put some strongly worded rape laws in there too. And strongly word the murder laws, because that would kind of go with the gun laws, because they're using the gun to murder people. So I mean, some strongly worded murder laws, and that should solve the problem. Then all the cops can quit being cops and quit getting shot at and go back to go fishing and being, life just hunky dory. Yes, I'm living in fantasy land, people. That is, it is not going to happen anytime soon. And as long as there are two people alive, you're going to have disagreeing opinions on how to deal with things, and the fight will still go on. Nobody wants to compromise. That's the problem.
If everybody had the same opinion, I don't think anything would get accomplished.
No, I'm not saying that, but see, there's got to be some compromise. Their idea of compromise is just do what we want, and then we'll let you exist. It's like I was talking with the wife about being open-minded. Having an open mind is like the light switch on your wall. When it's off, the circuit's open. nothing's happening. It's open to whatever. As soon as you close it, the light comes on and the process started. It's engaged. Same thing in open mind. Open mind, you're open to everything, supposedly. That's what the original definition was. But find someone that says they're open-minded and just find the one little issue they're heated about. Watch how fast they get their minds closed real quick. See, but that open mind, you should have an open mind. Is basically saying, look, you should just listen, do what I want, and then we're good. No, but it's like Antoine said it the other night about the bigot and homophobe, transphobe. It's all to shut down. I don't like what you're saying, so I'm going to call you some words just to bully you into believing and just agreeing with me. Just seeing it my way, it'll all be good. It's funny. Bullying is fine until bullying is bad until they can use it to get what they want. Then it's okay. See, the ends justify the means as far as some of these clowns, So, anyway, so what have you been doing today?
I mean, I took my daughter out for, girls' day and let her play a bunch and.
You misandrist.
And.
Girls' day. You must be a misandrist. Hating men.
Do you know how many girls' days I get on? Not very many.
But see, that's a word you never hear, though, misandry. You hear misogyny all the time.
Yeah.
But you never hear the opposite. Well, why is that? Because the one side's using that to try to shut down and vilify their opponent. So every time I hear that word, I say, ooh, you must be misandrist then. You just hate guys. Well, see, I got the problem. See, I identify my AR-15, which I don't have yet, but I'm looking to get one. I'm going to get 3 of them if I can. Shit, just to piss people off. Hey, dude. You're one of the only 2 watching, I guess, so far. When you gonna send me some of that food, man? I was looking at that stuff. I'll do the delayed taste test if you want. That stuff looked good. No, but I'm gonna identify any AR-15 I get as a BB gun. As an air rifle, and they have to accept that because that's how I identify it with. Isn't that how it goes with the identity politics now? You can't question what someone identifies as because, hey, 7th person to make that request. See, 7's a lucky number, too, so that means I'm going to get it in the mail. Let me know in DMs, and I'll give you my address. I'll even pay for the shipping. Hey, how about that?
An attack helicopter or an Apache attack helicopter do?
Yeah, we'll see.
There's a difference.
Now you're getting into semantics now. So, it all depends how he identifies it. He could be a zebra helicopter. That's a new one that can come out there and stuff, So it's, it's all. I'm going to go away from the mic for a second there. Well, I got to get a wireless headset and mic set up. But that's baby steps, man. I got to, using old technology as it is. But
a Comanche? Okay, I guess that works.
There you go. So I'd rather be the Cobra. They got the Marine Corps helicopters. They're pretty badass. I've seen them bad boys come up and do some damage. That's I get hey dude, you want to pop on too? I can give you the link, or Gwen can give you the link. I don't care.
Yeah.
But it's just the whole. It's everybody's trying to treat the symptom instead of trying to cure the disease. And that's what kind of gets me. It's like, okay, make us strongly with law. Okay, great. I am part soon, so I'm partial. I am of the mindset that had Charles Manson still been alive and out in public, that giving him any type of semi-automatic weapon or any type of weapon at all would probably be a bad idea. Okay, so I'm I'm on that mindset that, you know what? That probably shouldn't be allowed to happen. And we have laws against someone in the going into a place of business that sells weapons that say, let's see. Let's see how I get him a link here. I can put it. Well,
I don't know why it didn't copy it the way that it should have.
oh, okay. But I could that you can't buy the stuff legally. Now, if I really want it, I'm going to do something illegal that magnitude. I'm not going to be searching out legal ways of doing things, anyways.
Yeah, remember Oklahoma City? That
Yeah.
was, fertilizer and diesel fuel and the pickup truck.
Well, here's a perfect example. You always hear about the FBI busting somebody conspiracy to commit murder by hiring a hitman. I've been looking for a hitman in Walmart for fucking weeks. I can't find the aisle where you can go buy one of those guys. You know? I mean, it's not like you just go to the local down at the shopping mall. Okay, where's the hitman section? Oh, the hitman store. Good. He can go in and pick out what kind of hitman you want. What you want him to wear, how you want him to do it. No, it's an illegal activity, and that's why those guys do it. And they get paid big money to do what they do because they don't want to get caught. And if they do, they want to run. And it's
Well, you're not going to be able to stop people who want to break the law anyway. I mean,
that's
if they're smart about it, they're going to figure out how to break the law.
Well, that's
regardless.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was. Well, that was the whole point. When I got in a debate with my extended family over this whole. What I made was being me and my sarcastic ways of doing things. It was one of those. The gun control thing got brought up, and so I went and said, "Yeah, well, what they need is stronger murder laws." Because in that way, I would fix it. Because then you couldn't use a gun to kill people. Because the murder law would stop you from murdering. And oh boy, that set off the firestorm. I'm cold blooded. And then next thing, because I own a gun, it's an extension of my dick. I said, "Really, damn, I might get 4 more of them because shit, I got a ways to go." But it's the whole thing is, I was like telling the wife today, look at these anti-gun kids, right? Out there, they're parading around David Hogg and all these things. Look at them. Take a good look at them. And what do you see? I don't see anybody that's on the football team.
I see one person doing almost a Nazi salute wearing armbands, telling us to disarm each other.
But you look at him, he's so scrawny. He's so scared. He's a little victim. He's been raised to be a victim. You don't see where are all the football players at? The jocks and the football team out saying their thing. I mean, yeah, they're going to cut class just to go out and march to be out of class. I mean, hell, I'd have done that if I had the chance back in the day. Well, nah, I wouldn't have. My dad would have whooped my ass, but that's the whole other story. There'd have been another price to pay us. I'd just stay sitting there, and if you guys go out there and do this shit, I want to be able to sit down when I get home. But
I would have got something similar. It would have been, oh, you don't want to be in school? Well, you got some farm work to do, so you're going to do all this other stuff. No, I was perfectly happy staying in school and not having to work more.
No, that's you know what the problem is? See, everybody's trying to find the silver bullet to stop this stuff. Well, what's changed? In the 50s, they used to teach gun safety in the schools. Had firearms in the schools.
Yeah, I never had that.
AR-15s were made in the 50s. So they've been around quite some time. And all of a sudden now they're there's a problem now. Well, what's changed that made it the problem? See, I guess I'm getting tired of people trying to treat the symptoms and not finding the cure to the cause of the disease. And it's almost like cancer. You can't cure it. You can hope to try to defend it off. Well, it's like death in general. The Grim Reaper going to come get us. Ain't none of us getting out of here alive.
Yeah, time is still the apex predator of the universe.
I mean, it's just a matter. Like I say, we're all headed to the same places. Some are faster than others. I had a high school classmate, you're behind me, died of cancer the other day. I mean, it sucks. And then, you try to help what you can, but, the result is, reality sets in. Hey, we're all they say, we're all heading out of here. We all pretty much came in the same way and all pretty much leaving the same way. And so it's, for those of us who are lucky to get out alive, I should say. Because for the children, or is it for the children that made it out? I don't understand that shit.
Won't somebody think of the children?
Yeah, March for Life. We should go to Planned Parenthood. March for Life there, huh?
But I want to know. I want to know what parent doesn't think of the children, though.
Well, that's the whole thing. Well, like this kid was like, it was on Tucker Carlson, and the one thing that these kids are saying, well, if you just want to murder kids because you want to go, I don't want to murder kids. There's been a few that I saw. You know what? If I had the opportunity and it was okay, I'd probably eliminate that one. But shit. I mean, there's been times, that you always see that person like, if I had a chance, it was all right. Yeah, man, if I give the Grim Reaper a list, you'd be top on that son of a bitch, like shit.
That little fucker.
But the Grim Reaper doesn't come to me for his working list. He just does what he wants. His pecking order. I'd have George Carlin be here, and I'd have somebody else be gone in his place. I mean, but it is what it is. But no, but they always say for the children. But then, like, I read a stat. Was it 2014? 600 and almost 700,000 abortions were conducted in that year.
Yeah, it was the highest of all of the things that could kill you in the United States, and abortion was number one.
Fucking forceps, man. Then fucking, that what they need to ban is an automatic forceps, the semi-auto forceps. Because I'm telling you, man, those fuckers are just lethal, man. No, but that's the whole thing. They worry about the children. Oh, as long as it fits their agenda.
Pretty much.
If they have something that they don't want you to have, it's like that Go Remy video. I tweeted it a couple of times. Reacting to tragedy. It basically in the video it says, yeah, they're as long as you have something they don't want you to have, they're going to be outraged about the shit, And was it? Quote, God, who is Obama's one of his the guy in Chicago? I forget his name, not Cuomo, but
I know who you're talking about. I just can't think of his name.
Yeah, a good crisis, is a terrible thing to waste. Basically, it was the thing, hey, don't let a good crisis go to waste. Use this crisis to push your agenda. Because it's funny. I mean, of all those cool kids in school, how come I haven't heard on the mainstream news other than maybe on Fox News? I haven't been watching that at all. The people who are pro-gun. I mean, that one kid was saying, "Don't use my sister's name," but I haven't seen him on TV or heard anything about him even use that, other than in a Twitter meme here and there, or a Twitter comment.
That's because it goes against the narrative.
That's what I'm saying. It's a whole thing. Is it's all pushing. That's why I kind of stayed off my Facebook for a while. I get back in there and say, "Yep, the sky is still falling. Let me know when it's done falling. I'll come back on and shit." Because you all just, I mean, I don't agree with everything a lot of the presidents do, but when you get to the point where the president, regardless of the party, comes out there and is going to say the sun came up this morning, and they're going to say, "No, it didn't. He's wrong. You said it wrong." Like, fuck, you got derangement syndrome there. Oh crap, you Cherokee? Oh man, I'm messing up shit. See, here I did my DNA test, and they said I'm 6% North American. Or 6% Native American. That's all great.
I was going to say North American. That doesn't ever come up on a blood test.
well, here's the thing. Even that, you can't. All that is a part of the rock on the earth you came from, and that just says that my DNA come from North or South America. 6% of it.
Well, I have a mix of a whole bunch of different blood in me, but what I guess like a great grandfather had married a Cherokee princess in my family. So my mother actually proved that she was a 16th, and she was working on proving that she was an 8th. And then talking to Sparky, he said, all you have to do is present like a death certificate or birth certificate of those people that are, Indian, and you should be able to get the benefits for it. And I didn't know that.
Oh, casino money. Oh, shit. There goes. Gren's my new best friend. Shit.
He said he's got like land because of it. I was like, damn.
Yeah,
that's what I need.
Yeah. No, but here's the thing though. That's now we got to start getting to nationalities. This is my other favorite little pet peeve. What's an Irish person look like?
White.
So if a
black.
So if a black person is born in Ireland and then Irish, if an Asian is born in Ireland, is he not Irish anymore? See, all Irish is a nationality. It's not really an ethnicity.
That's true.
Same with British and any of these countries. It's the name of the rock, the part of the rock you're born on. It doesn't have anything to do with your genetics or your DNA or your skin tone and stuff. I mean, like Africa, that's just the name of a continent that people were born on. But that doesn't mean that someone that's born there tomorrow can't be African.
There's plenty of white people that were born in Africa. Like, it's kind of a generalization to say all black people are in Africa.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. Well, now, especially with the modern transportation, it's kind of used to be before. Yeah, you really had to work it if you survived to getting off the rock that you're on to hop to the next one on the was it 9-month ship journey across the oceans and stuff. It's like however long it was, you had to sail in order to get to where you're going. If you survived it, well, hey, that was great. Now you just hop on a plane, you can go anywhere you want. Drop off and say, "Ooh, I'm a refugee. I need to be treated special." I'm gonna try that crap.
I still think we need to actually invent teleporters, though, because that would solve a lot of things.
I'd get off this rock quick, then. See if I can. That's right, Mickey. Let's get the hell out of here.
I think I would just teleport myself right into the sun. Just make it quick and painless.
I don't know if I'd do that. I'm trying to.
It would beat the vacuum of space.
Yeah, this is true. I just trick everybody else to get in the teleporter, and then send them to the sun. Then I'd be good. Because all my problems went away. Poof. See, that's the thing. It's not having a teleporter. It's how to use it wisely. I wouldn't have to teleport myself. I just have everybody else teleport themselves somewhere else.
It would just be nice for the simple fact that you could literally live anywhere you really wanted to. And then if you did want to go see somebody, like, say, my son in Oregon, for example, then I could just be there like an heartbeat.
Oh, yeah. Well, that part of it, that's true. Well, then I thought about, we looked at migrating to Australia a while back, when some situations came up and that was an option. So now I'm looking at it and I say, I'm kind of glad I didn't go over there, man. Shit, the way they don't have the First Amendment. I don't know, man. They're going to stay right here and tough it out, man. Shit. Ever seen that happen? Count Dankula. I'm like, I don't know, man. I'd probably find myself with some hot water in these places.
Yeah, I don't think I would visit like the UK, but
I know if America had hate speech laws, I'd be in jail. Absolutely.
Well, see that's fair. The little hate speech. Now, okay, now what do you determine hate as? See, that's a problem. See, I'm looking next time I go to the flea market and some of these antique sales and the shops. I'm looking for a dictionary that's been printed before 1965, and I'm going to use that in my definition source. Because online, the definitions change at the wind depending on however people want the word to come up. If you want your ideology, you say, your Wikipedia, it changed. Now bigot's like, no, it's just about racism. No, bigot is if you're opposed to someone's opinion so much you're intolerant to it. Well, so if I'm pro-gun and someone's anti-gun, doesn't that make them a bigot because they're intolerant, in my opinion?
Yeah, I tried that once as an argument. Like, you're not using the word correctly for what bigot actually means. And then I got slapped in the face, and that was the end of our friendship.
Oh, well, you know what?
Wow.
Actually, they probably did you a favor.
Yeah, she's one of those blue hair types.
Oh, man. I always wondered about them. I was like, wasn't worth it. That's the thing, man.
I got a pretty good laugh out of it.
Well, there you go. Hey, you know what? If you get a laugh out of it, because life's too short to be serious all the time, so let's go and just make this, make the most of what we got in our time on this rock, have fun. But I mean, there's times to be serious. Don't get me wrong. I get serious when I need to be, but for the most part,
There's a little addendum to that story too.
What's that?
So 8 months later, in the town where I live, Bernie Sanders came to speak on the campaign trail. And I happened to have that day off, so I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. When's the next time you're going to see a potential presidential candidate come and speak in a little town? So I'm like, all right, I'm going to go. So I go, but before I go, I make sure I'm wearing my Trump shirt, my Make America Great Again shirt.
I like you already.
I saw her in the line, like a couple of people away from me, and it was all I could do to not laugh. And then this guy with a blonde pompadour and purple corduroy pants comes up to me, and he's like, could you cover your shirt? It makes people feel threatened, and we're standing on the sidewalk outside the venue. And I'm like, no, why don't you just fuck off? I pay my taxes. I can stand here however I want.
If you don't like it, don't look at it, and you won't be scared. To some people, there are still monsters under the bed.
And I'm one of them.
What? The people who are afraid of monsters is the one under the bed.
The monster.
Oh, okay, yeah. No, but that's the thing. It's like I was talking to Gwen earlier. That one school that proposed, was it in Connecticut, whatever, putting a box of rocks in the classroom to throw at any armed person that came in. And at first I laughed it off, and I said, that was crazy. That's nuts.
Did you see the memes that were sparked from it about the first student that crosses another student, and then they all just start stoning each other?
Well, no, I didn't see that one. But here's the thing, though. Actually, in the way it was a brilliant idea, because so far, what have they taught the kids in these situations? Run and hide. And bunch up in a corner, so that when he comes in, he can wipe you all out with less effort.
You're not wrong.
Instead of going out there and hey, try to fight the guy off. I mean, sometimes fighting ain't the best option because but when you get a chance, flight's only get you so far. And at some point, you got to learn how to fight too at the same time. But like my wife's cousin was saying, I don't want my kid to be scared to go to school. Well, don't teach him to be scared. Don't teach him to be a victim, and he won't have that mentality. Like I was telling Gwen earlier, my girls, they know all the good soft spots to do if somebody tries to, do stuff with them. I made sure I trained them well, man. They're not going to be a victim.
I'll be teaching my daughter that because she'll need to know. She's a looker.
Yeah, but it's one of those things where but you don't teach them to be a victim, they won't be a victim. It's like in the military; they train you to attack the objective, not just I'm scared. Let's wait till they go away. Can't we wait till the Germans just leave before we go up there? I mean France tried that, I guess, for a while, but I just, it's really crazy. But I like that rock idea, though. That one there was, the more I think about it, it's training the kids to, hey, at least fight back.
I mean, I guess it's something that they can throw. I would just start throwing books on my desk and everything else.
I mean, you throw whatever you can pick up depending on the size of the person. I mean, yeah, but it's the whole thing is like I'm at work sometimes. I'm not armed. So I'm like looking around, okay, if a situation were to come up, what could I use as a weapon and how would I use it? And I'm in the building by myself, but I'm already mentally preparing myself for that scenario. Have it comes out. I've rehearsed it in my mind enough. I know what to do, what I do, and how I do it. Now, whether it would work, we'll find out after it's all over. I'm not just going to sit there and say, oh, okay, I give up. You win. Do what you want. I mean, they say that at first. But what? Don't turn your back.
I think the best weapon would probably be, if you can get the drop on them, a fire extinguisher. Get them right in the face.
Oh, yeah, that's the whole thing. See, then they're talking about the arming teachers idea.
Which is
and
stupid.
I think it's a bad idea. Once again, it's a bad idea on the arm set having every teacher have a gun. But I think what they were trying, what they worded poorly was trying to say, get rid of the gun-free zone at school. To where somebody walks in there, they don't know who's carrying. So there could be somebody armed in there to stop the shooting.
Which maybe designate like a couple people, but not everybody is gun savvy or should be gun savvy.
But here's the thing though. But the problem is they put the little label on the door, the gun-free zone. Watch just telling the guy, hey, look at this, man. It's a free for all.
Yeah.
I'm walking in, there ain't nothing until the cops get here. I can just do what I want, and I got the power. That's all it is. This shit here, whatever the weapon they're using it as a power because they're getting power back that they got taken away from them because either somebody bullied them, some girl turned them down because all these years they've been getting these trophies just for showing up. Like, hey, I should get the girl because I want it. Well, actually, I'm kind of glad that didn't happen in my case. Looking back, let's look at a couple. I said, oh boy, I dodged a bullet on that one. Oh my God, shit. No, but it's this mentality. That's all they're doing. They're getting power back for that moment in time. They're in control. They're God. They have power, and that's all. It's a drug. Power is a drug. Feeling powerful, feeling desired, feeling wanted and appreciated. It's a powerful drug. Mm-hmm. And the people that want more of it. It's like this. What happened is David Hogg. Years down the road, he'll commit suicide more likely. It's like those firefighters that go out there and they save these people and they become instant heroes. There's story. I don't know what the statistic is, but there's stories about where they end up committing suicide because all the intoxication of being a hero and being so important, and all of a sudden it dies off, and they get depressed because they're not in the limelight anymore. Because it was an intoxicating thing, and then it's I'm not saying this is going to happen. I say, but right now, hell, he's got a little check mark next to his name, so he's somebody now. Because and then the CNN, they're all throwing him, parading him out there, and these little pep rallies they having. And my kid, my youngest goes, "That wasn't a pep rally." I said, "The hell, it wasn't." The first one they had, you just see the people cheering in the background. Cheering them on as a pep rally. Had nothing to do with the kids or the lives of the kids. That was a pep rally pushing their cause. So that's how I see that stuff. It's like in the high school, we're gonna beat that team. Yeah, we're gonna crush them. Yeah.
And then the Civil War comes.
Yeah,
and nobody's ready.
then they realize, oh crap, these fucking people we pissed off. They're our opponent, and they're armed. Fuck, we're kind of screwed.
Yeah, they can throw all the rocks they want. It ain't gonna do them no good.
Unless they got they got an arm that outdo the maximum range of a long rifle. I don't think they're gonna do too well.
I can't wait till I have the money to actually make the long rifle that I want to make.
Yeah, I said, I got a couple that I want to get that eventually because I'm up on a hill and let's be real. In downtown Metro, the response time is at least, depending on what the call is and what the traffic going on, 3 to 4 minutes. A lot can happen in that time. And if I'm living out in the sticks, basically the sticks, I got a couple neighbors that we know of. But if someone comes to my place, by the time I get a hold of the cops or the sheriff and tell them where I'm at, by the time they dispatch somebody out there, shit, it could be half an hour. Depending on where the cop is when he gets dispatched. If he's right down the street, yeah, not so much big of a deal. But if he's down out in the county somewhere, it can be a while. I'm not going to subject myself to somebody have to do what they want. I said, they come on my door uninvited. That's where they're going to be found.
That's why I love North Dakota. We have castle doctrine and all that good stuff. So if somebody comes in my place, they're not going to have a good time.
Well, you can just throw hunks of meat at them. Shit, the size of those things, it knocks somebody out, man. So that's my kind of. It was like when I was driving. The wife and I got married. We went to Wyoming just because we drove because we could fly there, but you miss everything in between. And we stopped at some of them restaurants. Holy crap! From the price what they're charging, I said, "Damn, did you leave any part of the cow left for somebody else?" I mean, it was just they stacked the food on those plates, man. So you'll do. I said, "Damn, he's cooking all right." Shit,
that's because we have to survive the winter up here, so we cook like we're surviving the winter.
Well, shit, it's like my wife. Hell, there's only 3 of us here now. She cooks for an army because that's her mother used to cook like that. I said, "Damn, I'm eating spaghetti for a month now." Shit.
Freeze that shit for later.
Yeah, we don't have an army, so that's what we do. I'm going to start. So as soon as I start getting the house built and I start getting the get my bees up and running and getting the garden going, I'm going to start making what I want to do is I got some more passion fruit seeds and get some of those, and they're really hard to get the juice from them because they're little juice packets around the seeds. So it's not like you get like an orange, you get a lot of juice out of them.
Mm-hmm.
I'll start making like passion fruit jelly and stuff like that. So we'll see what happens down the road. That's after I win the Powerball and I can retire and do YouTube.
You'll be able to corner the market.
Well, there's no market in the corner, but that's but it's what I got an idea tonight when I was in Lowe's and I was going through the seed section. They got all these all the pollinator crap. Well, pollen's great, but the bees need nectar. And you go to any of these websites and these plant places, they sell the flowers that are breaking pollen, but you have to look for something that's nectar. They don't have like nectar producing plants. Hey, look at here's all the boom. Here's all the nectar producing plants for honeybees. If you want to feed your honeybees, is these plants there? Boom, 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 boom. So I'm going to start doing is compiling a list and then ordering these seeds and start selling these little seed packets so people can put these in their yard, and then they'll help the bees in their area. Or other nectar eaters, like the hummingbirds. The hummingbirds got an advantage over the bees because they got their long beaks. Where the honeybees get a short tongued. Where the bumblebees, butterflies, and the other pollinators have a little longer tongues, so they can get in some of these other flowers that the honeybees can't. So the honeybees are at a disadvantage already. So I'm going to start, doing that.
Well, you don't have to tell me that. I grew up a farmer and I have a background in plant science, so I know all about pollinators and all that fun stuff. How much clover are you going to plant near your bees?
Oh, we got 5.3 acres on a hill, and it's south facing. So as soon as I cut a lot of these trees down, I mean, there's lots of clover in the area that's already there naturally. So they have some enough nectar to get, but they don't make enough to produce honey for me. The bees survive the winter and stuff. They're doing good. They're making enough honey for all themselves, but I want more so I can have some for me.
You selfish communist bastard.
I'm going to share it with other people too, so it's not such a selfish
redistribution of the honey wealth.
That's right, man. Shit. Hey, I keep protected.
So
I keep the rats out of their hive and shit, and I'm making sure they're healthy and stuff. So they're getting that communist health plan, so they gotta pay me back, man. I am the Grand Commissar of the hive. So it's but it's because around here all they got basically it's either tree canopy or manicured grass lawns. It's like I don't see too many nectar producing plants. They have a local beekeeper association. I got to start going to the meetings and stuff, and to start just putting these people's heads and look at everybody needs to start planting nectar producing flowers, because
you should look into getting some native prairie mixes.
Yeah, well, I got ordered some of those. I got the borage. It's like actually from Syria.
Yes, that stuff is great.
Yeah, I like about it. You can eat it too. So when times get tough, hey, because it tastes like cucumbers. I'm eating a bunch of that stuff, man. I have a borage salad going crazy, man. And it reseeds itself, so it'll take over. So it's just fine. Let it take over. They ain't hurting nothing. I just eat it. Eat the flowers and.
That's because it's a rhizomatous legume.
Yeah, so he's only fancy words. Shit.
Well,
look, and I ain't gonna challenge you to a fancy word competition. So don't think we're doing that shit, man.
I can't help that I use the terminology I've learned.
No. I'm just messing with you. I see how you get in the cooking competition. I ain't getting involved in this one here. So don't you ain't gonna bait me and act like you did Antoine and shit. You set him up because you knew he had a culinary background. I said, "Watch this, man! I'll bait him into a competition and shit." Next week, Drew's gonna put something in some Tupperware fucking shit, another thing in there, get Antoine all riled up and shit. You watch.
Well, all the food from yesterday is all Tupperwared up for this week, so
there you go.
But we ate our food right away.
What you need to do something on paper plates next time. Get him really riled and shit.
Jeez.
Gwen's like, great.
Just cook a steak well done and just put it on a paper plate.
Get me involved there, Buzz. Shit, that's Gwen's like, that's what I had to want to deal with,
Yeah, just so everybody knows, the next time is actually going to be Lo-Fi and I.
There you go.
She actually messaged me and was like, "So you and me?" And I was like, "Is it a bake-off?" And she was like, "I don't bake." And I'm like, "Okay, so any dish, any category." And she's like, "All right, I can do that."
Cool.
So
you guys gonna be cooking in bikinis now for this one.
Oh Jesus. You don't want me in a bikini.
Okay, topless. It's up to you. Your call. Yeah, remember, I'm not picky when it comes to that stuff. I'm like, hey,
Yeah, I don't know if that'll be approved by YouTube.
Yeah, well, screw YouTube. What are they gonna do? They can only do it after the fact, man. Shit, they ain't monitoring this thing. Shit, man. Yeah, well, let them come after me. I got a website. I can put my videos on my website just as fast. So you know what? Sure, that's YouTube may not be able to have it free, but I can put a little dollar fee to go on my website too, have a subscription thing, just like YouTube does. So don't think that I can't,
So we're gonna go kind of.
My whole 23 viewers will be, subscribers will over my website. Ooh,
We're gonna play up to which is gonna be more which is going to be more desired by the men crowd, because this is going to be a tough one, because she wants to go grilling and I want to go baking. So.
Interesting. Now, when is this competition taking place?
After the move.
After the move? Oh, okay.
So after we get all settled.
So we've got a month of hype instead of like 5 days.
Yes.
There you go. Cool. Well, you guys gotta start hyping this stuff. I just found out about it the other day, but
well, because I want my secret ingredient, like, it's not really a secret, but my key ingredient to be honey, and I'm going to base my whole dish around that.
Yeah, that's fine. I was gonna say, if you checked out this, it's a equipment my kid's gonna get for her. She's starting off this chalk painting business. She does a lot of that, the chalk painting stuff and hand artistry stuff. She's doing a little thing that we found that. She's gonna start in that. But this Archon, it's a phone holder and like a tablet holder and stuff that you can, while you're doing streaming, like you're baking, you'll be hands free. Mm-hmm. I don't know how you guys did the
well, setup. If Antoine gets that GoPro, I just strap that to my head.
Oh, there you go. GoPro shit, man. I don't want to see where you're looking at Antoine. I don't want to see any of that stuff now. Shit.
No, it's gonna be in the kitchen. I'm gonna be baking.
Oh, okay.
Keep it clean, Buzz. Keep it
Hey,
clean.
I'm just thinking about buns in the oven, you know, fucking shit, you baking and shit. You know how you need the dough and got to put it in there to bake it. So I don't know. That's, you know, I baked a few cakes before my time and shit, you know, but the proof's in the pudding. But no, it's you know. So, anyways,
are you gonna hold Lo-Fi to her statement of "I'm going to cook like a true Viking and just open spit flame this stuff"?
You can bring that up, dude. You bring it up in the competition and hit her with it. Since you forgot about it. Oh my god, I did say that. Oh shit.
She wants a different kind of Spitfire roast, but that's beside the
point. We got to keep this show clean.
Alrighty, hey. It was.
Well, it is lo-fi. I mean,
no, look, it was. Look at, but on this stream, it was Gwen's words, your mind. So if you went somewhere else with that, that's all on you, not on her, man. She's responsible. Gwen is responsible.
Talking about roasting. I mean,
yeah, Gwen is responsible what she says, not what you interpret. So
never double entendres from me. Never.
I always double down. Shit. Win fast and go home, man. Shit. So, anyways, yeah. So that's. I mean, this whole thing is just. I had to vent because without going, and I almost responded to that tweet and had to hold my beer moment. It's like, you know, I really don't want to get involved in this shit because Twitter has not changed any minds or solved anything. And so I'd like, you know, I just better just vent about this, rant a little bit.
No, but Facebook
talk to
ads,
a few people, and then, you know.
But Facebook ads purchased by Russians, that completely swayed the U.S. election. Just ask them.
Oh, there's so much collusion that they take them a year later, they still haven't fucking pressed any charges. There's so much evidence. But you know what the funny thing is? They were projecting that. Because if you looked at the collusion.
Yeah, Uranium won.
Or no, not Uranium won. Just this in the election, how they did Bernie bad, and how they're all these things. They're all colluding to make sure Trump didn't win, so Hillary won. There was collusion there, but they're just barking up the wrong tree.
And it probably would have worked if they hadn't used the worst candidate ever in the history of ever.
Oh yeah. Well, then here's what's happening now. All this stuff's there. You digging, looking for dirt. You're gonna find it, but you better hope it's the dirt you're looking for. Because now they're digging up all this dirt, and it's coming up on the other side of the hole there. If that was to take place, if Trump colluded with the Russians, and they find evidence of it, fine. Try him like anything else. If they find the Democrats get, I'm looking. The law is a law, and if somebody tried to subvert the law, I say they get punished. I don't care if it's my party or not. You know who I voted for or not. Hey, they need to get out, but you need to hold everybody to the same standard. Because remember, I did not have sex with that woman. Margaret, no sexual relations. Well, not he. Think about it though. He was right. He wasn't related to her, so he couldn't have sexual relations.
I had a friend message me this evening, and he's like, "Yeah, Stormy Daniels is really hot." And my response was, "So you'd pay her to have sex with you?" And he's like, "Yeah, absolutely."
Well, it depends what the price is, man. I'm gonna Jew him down.
He's like, not 130,000 or whatever it was, you know, because I don't have that kind of money. But
back in the day, the first time I had some chick proposition me, I had a full pocket of cash, but I told all I had was $20 till payday. Well, it worked.
Wow.
Hey, I was in the Marine Corps outside of Marine Base, so these things happen. And she's like, she kind of brought it up, like, all right, nothing else better to do. Sure, it sounds like a plan to me. Shit. I said, hey, work, all good shit, fucking. Hey, she even supplied the raincoat too. Like, hell, look at that shit. Win-win. But no, I don't pay full price for nothing if I can help it.
You're a bargain shopper there.
Shit, I'm a dumpster diver. Hell, fuck bargain shopper, man. Shit, if I could get it out of the dumpster and make it work, that's fucking my gold mine right there. Shit. A lot of lamps I make come from the dumpster. I said, shit, damn, shit. These latest props have it, but no, a lot of my stuff, I said, shit, I can make an old piece of wood work. I'll grab it, I'll stick it up. Shit, that's, like I figured if it ain't broke, and if I can't fix it, it's really broke, then I toss it back in. If I can repurpose it, hey, I'll do that shit,
No, I believe in the recycle reuse.
Someone's throwing an old girlfriend away. Let me see if I can make that work again. Come here. You're just doing it wrong. That's what it was. Shit, man. Oh my God. Damn, Bill, she worked fine for me. What the hell is your problem?
Buzz, the great repurposer.
I tell you, man, too much pudding pops in that shit over there. But I'd say,
yeah. Brock Cosby is doing a stream right now.
Yeah, I picked the wrong time. I'm going against all these other people's channels.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's probably why your crowd's died down.
That's all right. That's fine. I just let them do their shit. I'm just ranting and venting, and it's like the other day, someone, hey, agnostic, get tested soon. No, but one of my Twitter friends is talking about Minnie and Mickey Mouse are the voice characters are married in real life supposedly, and it reminded me of jokes. Mickey's in divorce court divorcing Minnie. And the judge goes, well, Mickey, why are you divorcing Minnie? He goes, well, Your Honor, she's fucking goofy. So, oh, that's right. And she was good, too. That's the extent of my impersonations.
I was going to say, you should stop.
Oh, really? Well, I'll tell you what. Hey, I get followers at Disneyland when I do that shit. There's one time I was in a line at Thunder Mountain Railroad. We just got off a guard post that night overnight. I had a couple of Vibrans and make a mini bowling ball. Agnostic. Mickey has 3 fingers. Makes mini bowling ball. But we went out and had a case of beer and a couple of Vibrant right off a post, and we went straight to Disneyland and the Thunder Mountain Railroad. I started doing my Yogi Bear impersonations. Hey, look, it's Yogi Bear. I said, you got the wrong park, man. He ain't here. Anyways. So, I've been ranting enough. So, what else is going on in the Twitterverse and YouTubeverse that I am missing out on? Because I'm only around at night. I'm a nocturnal creature here. I'm up late at night when everybody's sleeping, planning my overtaking of the proper villains.
It shouldn't be too hard since most of them jumped over to being on the cunt stream instead.
Yeah, but see, here's the thing. I'm waiting for Antoine's response. I'm waiting with the baited Hive.
I was going to say, Antoine was going to say maybe I could replace one of the people who left, but I joined the Hive, so he kind of didn't get the option to ask.
Well, he never invited me to join in. I said, oh, that's fine then. You ain't getting your microphone back, bitch. I'll show you. That's actually better for me because I can't commit to being at a certain time or certain things. Is well, Tuesday night is my first night at work, so that's like my Monday at work. So it's like sometimes during his streams, I'm sleeping. That's just catching up because I had a busy weekend. Because like today was shot. I slept most of the day. Went out and grabbed some stuff that we're gonna make another prop for, and turns out I changed my mind how I want to do it. So I got to go back tomorrow. So my weekends are kind of, and before you know it, it's Tuesday night again. Got to go back to work, and of course, I get home in the daytime. If I lay down, it's all right. At least first 4 or 5 hours, I'm done. Then I get up and putter around, and sometimes I try to take a nap before I go to work, but depending what they got going on. So, anyways, let you all know my boring life.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to going back to work tomorrow.
Most of it, you know, shit. Work's a 4-letter word. Don't use that in the stream. That's profanity.
Yeah, you get demonetized.
Yeah, almost as bad as fuck, work. Most of the letters are the same, so it's like, hey, you know, shoot. Change a vowel, a couple of vowels and a consonant, and then boom. Oh, I got kids in there. I gotta watch out. Sorry about that.
She can't hear. I have the earphones on.
Oh, okay. Well, you
gotta keep it safe.
There you go. You're safe. You're keeping it safe, right? Well, here we go. Let it go, boys. Come on, shit.
Fuck.
Yeah. Have all week off.
I hate you now.
Rub it in, dude. What are you gonna do?
The only day I have off this week is Sunday. Like, I'm working my ass off.
Well, don't do that because you won't be able to sit down then.
But okay, I won't.
So what do you do, Gnostic? Or what are you doing on your week off? You making a video of some sort? Come on. Antoine's trying to get me to make response videos now. Thinking about that, and I was like, you know, I don't know, man. I'll have to really work at that to try to sit through some of these videos. Holy crap! I'm like, shit. I don't know how Bering and all these guys do it. Declan or I mean, just watching the clips that they use in the video is bad enough. I went back and tried to watch some of these streams. I mean, these videos. Oh, I couldn't get through them. I was like, nope, sorry. I'll take the Cliff Note versions from these other YouTubers in. Oh.
Sorry, what was that?
Gwen's going to be on Pornhub soon. Right on.
What? Where did this come from?
So Gnostic Man says, I believe that's Gwen or Goon. They'll be up on Pornhub soon, so I don't know. I mean, Antoine's getting a Pornhub channel, so that's what he was talking about. So hey, who knows? Maybe I ought to go that direction. Shit.
Well, it's safer than having a YouTube channel, honestly.
Yeah, well, this is true, I guess. You know, I mean, I guess you can't be demonetized unless you can't see what you're offering. I guess I don't know.
Well, Gnostic was giving me shit about my girl's day out and thought that I was going to convert to the way of pussy, apparently. So I was like, that's not happening.
Well, if it does, I want to watch. Hell.
That's what he said. He was like, you guys got to videotape that. I would watch.
Oh, I asked Gnostic if he's making a video. Oh, that's true. Hey, I tell you, man, you link me first, Gnostic, on that one. I want to watch this. You know, I want to make sure that, you know, I'm not being sold a bill of goods and you're just kind of clipping something from somebody else and shit, you know.
Oh, this looks fun. Apparently, some small time rapper told David Hogg to shut up because he's white.
Well, yeah, that's where did I see? Well, that's another thing. It's about with the racial component to all this stuff. You know, if you're white, you can't say that. It's like, you know, wait a second, my white privilege ain't done the shit for me. I need to recheck that card out because, hey, you know what? You know, maybe there we go. Who Do Machine posted Lauder Crowder. There we go. And he's good, man. Shit. No, but I said this white privilege stuff. I said my 7th great grandfather by marriage was the first president of the United States. And what did that do for me? I get a picture of him in my wallet all the time. And it had to be the smallest bill, too. Shit, they couldn't put him on the 100, nothing. They put him on the 1. That's all you can see. Thanks, guys. Remind me what, yeah, well, yeah, that's my ancestry is worth $1. Shit. I've been to Mount Vernon. That was pretty fun, though. Yeah, I'm still waiting for my privilege check to come too. I think my membership has been canceled, so I have to relook into that. I'm trying to find the office where you can go in there and you get that card, because I just want to get going to play the NFL because my white privilege. I mean, shit. Isn't that how it works? You just kind of walk in there, and because of your skin color, they just give you the job. I'm trying to look for that place, because every place I had to go to, I had to apply to it and then compete against everybody else that's been applying. So I want to find this company that just, hey, dude, right on, man. I don't think the KKK's been hiring, so I don't know. That's the only place I know would probably do that. No, but that's probably the only place that would do it. Even then, you probably still have to go through the waiting list or some sort of screening thing to where, okay, but your skin color matches, but you're getting beat out from other people applying for the same position. That's how life is. It's just nobody gets shit for showing up, unless you're in grade school. But that's your little star by your name. Ooh, a gold star ain't worth crap, people. Tell me you want money. I feel sorry for the teachers when I get grandkids. They're gonna be a world of hurt. Grandpa gonna set them teachers up. My grandpa says I should get money instead of a gold star. This gold star ain't gonna buy me nothing.
Well, I also don't believe we should be awarding every little thing. Like, oh, he participated, he gets an award.
Well, now
fucking earn that shit.
Well, in the science, now see the honorable mention, like in the science fair, that's cool.
Okay, something like that, yeah, but not.
No, not like place. No, like my oldest one had that. We were in a private school at the time. The one year she did a pumpkin carving contest, and I helped her carve out the pumpkin, and she got first place. Next couple of years, I was in charge of doing the haunted house of the school. I volunteered, and I took all my props and I decorated for the kids. Just for the kids. I didn't do it for anything for me. It was just all basically for the kids. So my payback was to see the kids get all excited and And then, the next year I was in the planning meeting, and they decided to give everybody first place tick things. I'm like, okay, well, didn't go over well with my kid. Put it that way. How the hell did they all be first place? There's only one first place. I said, well, welcome to life. And then one year they canceled my haunted house because, get this, it was too scary for some of the kids.
What did you do?
Point of a haunted house?
What did you do?
No,
was there blood and gore?
No, it was basically at first when they had the thing at night outside, I had the black plastic sheets. One room had the glow light, had the fogger going through all of them. One had a strobe light. They had some other hanging decorations and stuff, and then some music, creepy Halloween music and stuff. Well, some little kids are too scared. Well, they didn't have to go through it, was the thing. It wasn't like you're forced to go through this thing. It was a voluntary thing, and a lot of kids had a ball. Well, the next year, I was back by popular demand because the year I wasn't there, where's the haunted house at? Well, and then towards the last year, some of these kids just started tearing my displays up, and then my kid graduated, so I didn't have to do it anymore. But it was like, I got tired of it because, I wasn't appreciated. I go in there and do this shit for free. So
whip the piss right out of them.
I was thinking about it. Believe me. Some of them,
the offended culture we're in.
Well, some of them were kids of flaming liberals. So it was like, it's. Oh man. I mean, I don't mind I got lots of friends I have are on the other side of the aisle, so to speak. I never really claimed to. I'm more kind of in the middle anymore now, but that's just some things I like all over the board, man. Shit. You really
Yeah,
can't peg me to be.
Antoine doesn't vote. He doesn't think it matters.
Well, I
Well, in
still vote if I
California,
can, if I remember to do it, and then, I usually do absentee, just because you really, well, see, here's the thing about voting. The way I look at that is it's your right to vote. You don't have to vote. By not voting, you're voting that you don't like any of the things.
Mm-hmm.
But the problem with that when it comes to the presidential election is I don't care how many parties you get. I mean, here's the third party candidate, all that crap. It don't matter. All the third parties do is taking votes away from one of the other two. So depending who that third party is taking votes away from, it'll affect who the winner was. See, Hillary figured, okay, with all the other Republicans splitting the vote up, she'd get the majority and go in there. Well, a lot of people, it's like Jonathan Pye had his video. I said that the left had ostracized so many people by saying, "Oh, you're a homophobe, or you're this phobe, that phobe, whatever," because you're voting for anybody but Hillary.
a basket of deplorables.
Yeah, and so like Jonathan Pye said in his one video, which was pretty cool after Trump won. They said yes, fuck you. We'll just give our opinion in the polling booth. So when you ask them on the street, yeah, or vote for Hillary, they turn around and say, yeah, not shit, cha-ching, they went the other way. I think the part of the reason Trump won is he wasn't the standard. I mean, we're all politicians if you look at it that way. We all do things politically, even in our personal lives. It's politics, dealing with kids. Okay, you had to do, a diplomatic manner doing something. I'm sure you can be authoritarian, but at some point you got to kind of, all right, you pick your battles. All right, I'm going to do this, and you compromise, and so life's even with your work, you negotiate, and they have it's a political process, even though it's not voting and government, but at the same time, the family is the lowest form of government. But the whole thing was, if you get to ostracize people, they say, wait to the voting booth to say their opinion, and then because it's private, you don't know who's voting for who unless you go out there and announce it. And then he was a different. I would have voted for everyone once a minute. Well, I think the biggest problem that everybody's missing out on this one is government is a three-headed snake. And everybody's so balled up, focused on the president, that the other two heads of the snake are running free. The Senate and Congress. How many guys have been in there for 40 years or plus or more?
Too many.
Yeah, I'm saying they need to be gone out. Well, why? Because those people vote for them because they give me free stuff. Well, nothing's free. If you think about it, it's. But I'm not paying for it, so it's free. Well, yeah, you pay for it in the long run, but that's to say. I mean, a Pepsi in the 40s was a nickel, so the minimum wage was 40 cents an hour back then too. God, how did they survive without $15 an hour back in the 40s? Well, everybody may do, but so you start. That the politics has got to be, and they try to demonize the other opponent, which at the end of the day, okay, the next two elections, I may have a candidate that I don't like that wins. I could either go, oh, I'm a never whoever it is, or I could say, all right, let's make the best out of this and work on it. Yeah, it's never been that important to the last 60 years or so. Well, it's just true because, if it worked like the founding fathers set it up, the Congress and the Senate would be the checks and balance. But they've gotten the swamp, so to speak, has gotten so overgrown and encroaching everywhere that it's lost it needs to be kind of cleaned out and redone. Well, it's like Go Remy's latest video is based on that, the election, how they say they promise what they're going to get in there until they get in there, and then they spend because they're in that culture, in that environment, and they all forget because now they got elected. Hey, they're good there for 4 years. They can't get fired. You imagine what it would be like if you went to your job, as soon as you got hired, they can't fire you for 4 years? And you all just show up and do whatever? Just say, oh, can't fire me until the next election, so I'll just do whatever I do. And then The next go around, I'll lie too. You guys there?
Yeah,
I am
just
sorry.
letting you
I'm
go.
also carrying a second
That's okay.
conversation.
All right, that's fine. I was like, oh man, I ran everybody off.
That and I was typing to Gnostic about
Well, that's fine. I just
FDR.
Yeah, but no, but it's that we keep forgetting about this. The government is kind of going crazy, and well now because social media, everybody's focused on the presidential election. They ask anybody, "Who's your congressional candidate?"
I don't know.
The guy with the D or R next to his name when I go in the booth. Well,
I know who mine is, and I absolutely hate him because he spouts that commie bullshit.
Okay, well, see, but at least you know who it is. See, what I propose on that one, as far as the Congress and the Senate, what they should do there is take all the seats they have for each state and then divide it into three, and then to divide the pay for those states into three too as well, so they don't get as much to work with, and that way you have a left, a center, and a right for each state for each seat. So what this does, it eliminates everybody going, well, he's the evil Republican, or he's the evil Democrat, or he's the evil. No, it's what have you done, and what are you going to do for that your district? Not demonizing the other guy so you can win. That's basically what it is, Ben. You know, that's part of the two-party system. They can say, even but the independents, there's some independents in Congress and the Senate, and they got there because they demonized the other two parties. Well,
like Bernie Sanders and his millionaires and billionaires.
Millionaires and billionaires. No, but that's the thing. And by demonizing other guys, you get these guys that just get voted in, but they didn't really do anything either. Where if you had each seat separated to where it's set up to where each party is guaranteed a spot. So you can go to your representative, and if your representative doesn't do what they do when it comes time to the next election, they can't blame anybody else for their inaction because, hey, they promised they're going to do this, this, and this, and they didn't do it. Well, now Bill Smith's going to come in and say, I'm going to run for that seat, and you're going to get out. Or now the election is, like in California or other place, all the Democrats, the evil Republican. And oh my God, the evil Republicans are coming. And then some of the other states, the evil Democrats. Oh my God, the evil Democrats. I got a Republican in it. And then you get these guys in there, and then it ends up there's a blend of each one of each other. You know, there's no compromise. There's no working to do what's the best for all the people. I have to. Politicians forget just because one party elected you, you're supposed to represent everybody, regardless.
Yeah, but they haven't remembered that since JFK.
No, I know, but that's what's and then of course the students and shit, these kids are getting indoctrinated in the public school systems now. It's like back when Obama was running. My oldest goes, "Oh, Obama's cool. So why is he cool?" Well, because he's cool. We butt heads and said, "Look, I'm not trying to tell you how to vote, even though you're not old enough to vote yet. I'm just saying, vote, have something more behind your vote than he's cool, or he's got a nice voice, or he drives a nice car." Hell, I remember hearing stories of how when Ford got elected, people voted him because he made good cars. He didn't make cars, but that was the limit of their knowledge of the candidate. Oh, he makes good cars, so I'm going to vote for Ford.
People are dumb.
Well, that's the thing. So I don't know what I think really there should be some kind of litmus test at least when you vote. I don't know, but it's at least on the federal level.
You got to have an IQ above 85.
Or either that or one above a rock. I mean, he's good at the internet. Yeah, but he set the precedent for Trump, and now look what happens, man. They're all fucking, he needs to get off the internet. Well, who started it all?
I just think it's funny that they were like, okay, Trump, we're not going to tweet as the president. He's like, fuck that. I'm going to tweet every day. Like,
well, but you wonder, okay, here's the other thing about that. Now, when I look at stuff, I look about what's said and what's not said because it's if I was in Trump's position, oh man, I'd be fucking laughing my ass off every day. I'd be telling my staff, hey guys, watch this one here. The sun's black. Oh fuck shit. Or Covefe. Oh my god, watch this. I'm gonna go for weeks on this one. What? Oh man, I'd be fucking rolling. You can imagine my every tweet, everybody's gonna be fucking analyzing it, criticizing it, and going off, and the hate. Oh man, I'd be having so much fun. It'd be too. I'd get so much done, and I could. Oh, I just want to distract him here. Watch this. I'm serious. How much of this shit he's just fucking fucking with people, and they all falling for it. It's like my mom.
It's like Styx said. He does a lot of A/B testing with his Twitter. He'll say something, and then 3 days later, he'll say something completely opposite, trying to gauge, the bellwether, and then makes a decision. He does a lot of A/B testing with his Twitter.
When he talks, he's not filtering and not thinking when he talks, and then goes back later and goes, "Oh, well, this is what I meant," even though they're like. Hey, Trump, filter it down a little bit.
Well, actually, I like that, though, because a lot of people like that way. I see a lot of stuff, and I realize, okay, maybe I shouldn't have said it that way, but this is what I was trying to get across, because that's how people communicate. They don't sit there, okay, at least most of us, the devious ones, yeah, they gotta kind of craft their line and make it go over so they don't have to go back on it because then they get caught up in it. But it's like, I'd be sitting there and shit. If I was Trump, I'd be messing with people all the time, man. It's fucking shit. Here you go.
Well, I wouldn't say that I'm devious, but I definitely think about what I'm going to say.
Sometimes you get caught up and you say the wrong thing, or you say something like, oh, crap, maybe I should have worded that a little bit differently, but this is what I meant. You get in the heat of the moment, and then, it takes off. But the whole thing with Trump, and then it's like this whole... I just think he can be toying with people, man. I'd be fucking. Oh man, they get so wild up. I'm having fun with that.
If I was Trump, I'd probably tell people to fuck off all the time, like on television and stuff. I'd be like, "What? I'm the president. What?"
Yeah, I'm not telling that. But it's like, hey, you just get them all pissed off. They get them distracted, and while they're over there going off on this thing that he's this and that, I'd be doing other things. All right, shit, watch this.
If you were president, you'd just be memeing the shit out of people.
You damn right I would.
Well, here's the way I look at it. Every morning, there's people who wake up looking to be offended. And every morning, I wake up looking for new creative ways to offend them. It's like, because they're going to be offended. Well, hey, I won't want to let them down and have them go through life without being offended about something. So it's like, hey, this is give them something to be offended about, Shit, let's make it good. Here we go. This one'll work.
At least if Buzz was president, we would have a resourceful green nation. Because he'd be like, recycle, reuse, damn it.
Fuck that. I want all new shit, man. Yeah, you all get the crap. I get the new shit. Fuck that.
I'll be your Secretary of Agriculture.
Hey, I ain't recycling if I'm the president. I get all the new stuff, man. Shit. The rest of y'all dumpster dive. That's what it is. That's how it works, The guy who makes the rule doesn't abide by the rules, unfortunately. That's
power corrupts, absolutely.
Yeah, so yeah, that's what happens, It's just fucking. So
it's probably why I'm not rich or powerful, because I need to be humbled.
Well, you're not rich or powerful. Well, it depends. It all depends on what your definition of rich is. See?
Well,
money can only go so far. The way I see it, money is great, but I look at it as money is a big pile of rocks. The more rocks you have, the more times you got to run around the pile to keep people from trying to take your rocks. See, I just want a pile of rocks I can sit on with a shotgun and watch it be comfortable.
But referring to money, I'm just saying, I understand, being rich and family and love and.
Yeah, I hear you out there.
She's chiming in, apparently.
Shit, that's fine, man. Because she probably said more right there than half the liberals said in the gun march.
She speaks Minionese, so it's
Minionese. There you go.
There's no way to understand her. Half the time.
I love little ones. They're fun, man. But no, I tell you, I'm I don't be a pill when it comes time to school. It was funny. One time, because my dad always told me, is you're there to learn. You're not there to like your teachers. That's I don't like my teachers. You're not there to like them. You're there to learn. So one year, my oldest was having a problem in high school and stuff. Or she said that, and I made that comment to her. Well, something had happened where the teacher is trying to be your friend, trying to call everybody in class friends and losing control like that. And it was a class that she didn't have to take anyways, but it was only one she had. They put her in because there's nothing else available or something. She ended up getting in trouble sent to the principal's office. The principal goes, or the vice principal said something where, what's the problem? She goes, she's calling everybody friends and stuff. She goes, what's wrong with that? She goes, I'm not there to be your friend. I'm there to learn. And the vice principal kind of just jaw dropped, my kid is saying, kind of point, fucking shit, So they got her out of the class. But ever since then the vice principal's kind of, treated my kid cool. It's like, it's true. You're not there to be buddies with your teacher. You're there to learn a subject. You ain't there to date your teachers. Though I had a couple of them when I was going to school that, God, where were these teachers back when I was going to school? I mean, really, where the hell were they at, man? I would have said nothing. I'd have kept that shit quiet, man. Shit, why ruin a good thing? Shit, Nah, but now you got to tell everybody. You got to brag, and someone finds out, now they're all in trouble. I said, you guys ruined a good thing, man. Shit, don't keep your mouth shut.
Something I noticed that I was thinking about with my schooling is I had really good lower elementary grade school teachers and really good high school teachers, but in between somewhere that got lost. And I don't know if that's common or not, but the whole, fifth to ninth grade kind of sucked.
Yeah, because the start of teaching children who are at the start of puberty is damn near impossible because they're completely distracted by starting puberty. That's how it was explained to me.
Which is true.
By several teachers I know.
All they had to do was put the information that you wanted to read on the girl's shirt. Now they've fucking aced every test. Shit. It's like, fucking, you want to get my attention? Strap it right there. I'll read every one notes you want to write, man. Shit, On the whiteboard, put a set of Hooters up there, and I'm paying attention. Shit, man. I'm listening to every word you say now. You got my full attention, man. That's shit. That's how to fix it. Of course, I have a career in Pornhub, but it doesn't matter. Shit, fucking. And making money, you're making money. Who cares how you make it, right? Shit. As long as it's paying the bills, hey, Shit.
As long as it's good, honest work.
Yeah, hey, standing up on your back, it don't matter. Shit. As long as it's honest, man. I got it honest. It was fucking, shit. If you tell a girl you're going to give her 12 inches to make her hurt, make sure you give it 4 inches 3 times and hit her with the brick. But you gave it to her honest, man. Shit, So it's well, part of this stuff is, I think, is too, is in the schools they get these people. Another saying my dad used to say. I think maybe his dad said it too. I don't know. My grandpa was he was a character, but anyways, he goes the old saying, and I've heard it used in other places too. Those who can do, those who can't teach. And more I thought about it, it seems to be pretty much the way it is, man. People go into teaching because they first they go in there, then I hear, there's not enough money in it. So hey, you picked that job, not me.
Yeah.
So
teachers constantly complain that they aren't getting paid enough or their benefits are not good enough or whatever. Yet they stay. They
join the rest of the
job.
fucking crowd, man. I ain't making hand over fist, but hey, you know what? You know what, Gnostic? This one's almost done, but I may just put another one up there. So I think will this stream go over if I let it go over? Anybody know?
I don't know how this works.
All you have to do is stop broadcasting and it'll stay in Hangouts, but...
Oh, okay, you'll stay in Hangouts then?
Sorry, I'm torturing my child.
You're torturing your child? How you doing that?
Tickling her to death.
Are you tickling her? Oh, that's torture? Shit. It could be in the military. You can't tickle them because that would be torture, you know.
Gotta beat him with a sack of oranges.
Well, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to try something here. Let's go. Shit, what am I going to do here? I don't know what I want to do. Alrighty here. I'm going to do this. What the hell I do? Oh, shit. No, that's right there. I'm still learning this crap, so you got to bear with me here.
Well, as much as I would love to stay here and chat with you, fine gentlemen, my battery's at 5%, so I probably should go.
You need to reassess your wording there, fine gentlemen. Shit, I don't know, man.
Yeah,
there's nothing fine about me.
You know, as much as I enjoy you assholes, okay, I gotta go.
There you go. Wait, you enjoy my asshole? Ooh, dude, you kinky fingers. Damn. I didn't know that was possible. Shit. Yeah, see you later, Gwen.
Oh, God.
Oh, God, that's what women say to me all the time. Oh, God. Oh, God.
Well, now this has just gotten awkward.
No, well, let's see. How do I get him the link? Is he even following me on Twitter?
Give it to him in the Discord. I'm sure he's around.
Oh shit! I don't have the Discord logged open half the time. Shit. So
I don't see him over here.
Well, let me see here. I'll just throw it in the general chat and I can have that shit do it. There we go. I'll just do it this way here. And it'll happen what happened. Here you go, dude. I mean, Gnostic. Dude's already in here. Shit.
Yeah. Gee, thanks for being able to tell bees apart.
Bees. There's too many bees, man. I'm just a lonely drone with no home. All righty. Or whoever else wants to jump in here. I don't know. We can have a party, man, for the last 10 minutes. If it doesn't kick me off. Doesn't work. Oh, man. Shit. What did I fucking do wrong? That's everybody. But the Gnostics have an issue with the link.
I linked it. I put the link in the general chat for the Discord.
Video section of Discord? Okay, so you posted the video section of Discord. Did you post it in there? Let me try. I'll go over here and see what I can do there. Get Gnostic in here and takes you to Google Play. That's the invitation link that I had, anyways.
I think we might get Cassie.
Okay, well, whoever, that's bring them all in. I just didn't know. I go on against these other streams. I said, all right, I'll just get a couple people and we'll see what goes on here.
Well, thanks for having me on. This was fun.
No, sure, no problem. Let's see here. I have no idea. There's too many rooms in this thing, man. Well, you posted it in there, so we'll see what happens.
Pass. That's what people are saying. Just pass.
Oh, okay. Well, fine. That's all right. That's that's all good.
Nobody wants to hang out with you.
That's right. It's almost done over anyways. I got like 8 more minutes. That's okay, because I'm not in vogue. That's all right. They got their reputation. I'm not one of the cool kids yet. That's okay.
Speaking of cool kids, I started a cribbage tournament at work, and the first round is tomorrow.
Oh, cribbage, huh?
Yep.
That sounds like fun.
Not enough people signed up, so we have to do a round robin.
That's the only problem. A lot of these games, people don't realize that they don't play it, or they just don't want to be involved in.
Well, there was a lot of people that were I put the sign up, and then I sent the email out to work, and then some people were talking shit at me, and I was like, put your cards where your mouth are. Sign up for the tournament. And then they didn't sign up because they're pussies.
Well, it's here's like when I used to do karaoke years ago. Well, actually, I still do it, but when I first started, I was afraid other people would say, because no one wants to be criticized and told you suck and all that shit. And after the first time, the first one I did was take this job and shove it. This is my Marine Corps unit sent me to Minnesota for cold weather training. And I was the only one there at this one bar. We set up real well. There was a forward party. The captains took us to dinner at this one bar in town. They happened to have karaoke there. Well, I'm getting drunk. And
where in Minnesota?
The Twin Falls, I think it was. Or Twin Rivers, something like that. Next to I think it was Fort Ripley was the military base there, I believe.
Okay, I know where you're talking about.
So anyways, we're at this one bar, and they took us out to dinner, and someone tried to get me to sing Birds and the Bees in karaoke. So I just ignored them. I ain't going for that stuff. Well, I'm getting drunk, and I'm talking to this cute girl there. I'm like, oh, shit, take this job and shove it. I can sing this one. I'm going to press the hell out of her. It was, take this job and shove it. And the main lyrics, I was like, oh, fuck. I'm nervous as hell. I'm trying to read them as fast as they're lighting up. And because I never had the song memorized. I knew the chorus. But so that's basically how the song went. And then after that, I realized that your biggest critics are the ones that won't get up there and do it themselves. For the most part.
It's true. Most people are cowards.
They'll sit there, they'll criticize how you did it, but they won't go in there and then throw their hat in the ring and do it themselves. So it's like some of your biggest, like I say, your biggest critics are the ones that, hey, I'm not going to go to do it, but you sucked. Oh, fucking great, yeah. Well, how are you doing? You're going to suck worse than me, but you just don't want to fucking admit it and show it. So it's.
Well, that's why I challenged Antoine to that cook-off, because he was bad-mouthing my roast, and I'm like, well, fucking put up or shut up.
Yeah, well, I think a lot of that was just the playful banter. Some of that shit, that goes in, people going back and forth and just poking fun at each other, and so it's that. I think a lot of that comes in there, but
it was a good time though. I had fun.
Yeah, no, it was fun. You got some views on there, and it spurred off a lo-fi Gwen battle, and
the real winner of that stream was Magog.
Oh yeah,
hands down.
Well, it's like the Magog on this stream goes, people regret to have me on. I said, nobody regrets having you on a stream, Magog. That shit on any stream. Like, fella, I even send him a link to this one. Not that he'd come on here. I mean, my viewership isn't in the cool to be in kids clubs that I'm only got 20 subscribers and shit. Nobody wants to.
31 now. I subbed.
Oh God, but wrong stream. We dissing on teachers. I'm not dissing on them so much. I'm just saying that some of them. Anyways,
Well, I don't think anybody else is going to show up.
Yeah, that's I'm figuring. So, if you want to bail, I can end it now if you want. I don't care. Good
Yeah,
having you
sure.
on, man.
I might as well go get some sleep for work tomorrow.
There you go. Well, I'll talk to you later, and thanks for stopping by. And we'll get the. They're in their role play room. That's what the thing is. Okay. All right. Well, I'll talk to you later, man.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
No problem. Catch you next time.
Bye.
Bye.